here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the gun, here's Simeon. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly third and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Sheds off the tackle. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. A reminder, coming up tonight, Green Bay visits Atlanta. All sorts of storylines there. A playoff rematch, also the opening of Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And then on Monday night, the Giants host the Lions.
So the Giants play on Sunday night and Monday night to open the season.
Yeah, 2 under the lights. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll start the drive with Elliott. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep a defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Here's Bailey now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Bailey now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So the Broncos coming out now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay. With it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Here's Simeon now on second down. Looking long for Tell. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts. Understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jason Witten, the intended target. And it's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Looking to throw. Prescott. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. A first down carry by Elliott. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a 2nd time.
On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from up in Seattle. And early on, the driver's seat belongs to the Seahawks. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, add that play to his resume reel because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott steps away. Oh, Prescott stripped. The Broncos say they have it. They do. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now, there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. So they lost yardage, and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up with nothing, partner. I've got zip on that one. Take the yardage, right? Take the penalty. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. On 1st and 10, Simeon. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Here we go now.
Back to the air, Simeon on second down. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now it's the Chiefs' all-time leading rusher. It's Jamal Charles on the carry. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Denver. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Wow, evasive.
Make them miss.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the second up in Seattle. And the Seahawks fans have to be happy. That lead just got bigger. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Terrence Williams that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing. Every angle and shut the play down.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Prescott now. Escaping the pressure right. Room here to run. Oh, Prescott stripped, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. As we saw in his rookie year, Dak not afraid to run with it, and he did there to pick up the 1st. Fresh set of downs here. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Here's Prescott. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. A second down throw for Prescott. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. Now Prescott looking downfield for Dez. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
And he missed it. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Let's go! The first throw for the backup Lynch. He'll find the rookie from La Tech. It's Carlos Henderson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Lynch looking to throw on second. And Demaryius Thomas, what a catch there. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. From midfield now, here's Lynch. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Green, the tight end, in motion. On second down, Lynch. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
And incomplete on the deep ball. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we send you on to Orlando, we hook back up with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. On second down, here's Lynch. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up the third down.
Here we go. All right, here we go. 3-19. Watching that, Barney.
And now Lynch. On the right side, caught by Green. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be first down, Denver.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They go to Elliott again, and he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. On third down, Elliott. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
They'll run it now with Robinson. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard at the 14. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. The Broncos on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go. Green, over. That's right, baby. They don't want it. 36. No. Check. Patriot. Leopard.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Lynch. And that is incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. But you just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Taken from just outside the 30. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Prescott looks to throw on first. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. On 2nd down, Elliott looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Elliott. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on here to punt it away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Here we go now.
They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lynch launching one for Henderson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A huge play there for Denver. 51 yards. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
They'll run here with Robinson. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. In the red zone this time. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Denard Robinson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
First down, Prescott. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. They go play action here on first down. Going deep here for Bryant. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Complete to Jason Witten. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Dak finding his tight end Witten, and the Cowboys have a first down. So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll run with Elliott. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, it stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
To throw is Prescott. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. Oh, no, he lost the football. The Broncos say they have it. They do.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Lynch. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henderson. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. The Broncos on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. 3rd and 2. Now Lynch. Launching one for Henderson. He's got it at the 15. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And now the Broncos are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit. Detroit.
To throw is Lynch. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And a short return to the 6-yard line. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They start on the ground with Elliott. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Flushed out right. He's going to go deep for Beasley. So they took a shot there on 3rd down. Couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, tried to get all back in one play.
Yeah, 3rd and long. Thought he needed the deep pass. Couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Take it at the 37. Powering his way forward. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. They've gone to the 4th up in Seattle. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hold on to victory there, would be their 3rd of the year.
Green 39. Green.
They'll throw on 1st down with Lynch. Past the 20. Left side here to Sanders. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Second down following the run. Again, it's Robinson. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The Broncos on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go now. Blue, land it. Blue,
Now Lynch going to give to Charles. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And McManus able to put it through. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Well, now then, it's a big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th. But, Charles, there is still time left for a final drive.
Brandon, you know they would have liked to take the clock down just a little bit further, at least under a minute or so, but this one's not over yet, especially since they just need a field goal.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. And he fires one incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So 2nd and 10 here. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. He's back to throw. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Prescott finding his big receiver, Bryant, there for a Cowboy 1st down. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on and it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
He'll look to throw. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
The Cowboys on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10. Prescott to throw. He's going to let it fly. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
So another big shot dodged there defensively. Now they're just one more incompletion away from salting away this victory. And I know this feeling. They're almost giddy, but they have to stay focused and locked in. They can make one big mistake and throw it all away.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. That one good for 14 yards. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. Now Prescott. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down. Here's Prescott. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We've seen some long field goals to win games, and they've got to give their kicker a chance here. So it all comes down to the foot of Dan Bailey. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So it all comes down to the foot of Dan Bailey. This will be from 53 for the win. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So it all comes down to the foot of Dan Bailey. This will be from 53 for the win. And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. So a field goal that could have won it went awry. Pretty good distance field goal. It wasn't a chip shot, but still, that one's going to stick with him for a little while, you'd have to think.
It is, and I know that he missed that one, and they walk off the field, and obviously they don't feel great about themselves. They just lost a game. But this is where the proficiency of kickers actually comes back and hurts them, because they've gotten so good that we expect them to make just about everything, and we forget that's still a long field goal attempt.
And so much pressure there at the end of the game. It's one of those situations, unfortunately, where you're either the hero or you're the GOAT.
And what you also hope is that you built up equity with your team by making a whole lot of big kicks before, so that the occasional miss doesn't hurt you going forward.
So for the Broncos, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on